So don't despair. Perhaps this wasn't the best video in the morning, but that's how these things go. It's very dynamic and it's different from feeding to feeding. So, and also, Anita, your comment about this is not a great place to feed, I've always known that. In fact, I had the feeding station moved to where the train station is on a piece of land owned by the city. But because I couldn't observe it from my apartment across the street, they poisoned the birds heavily, took out about 50 sparrows and took out a crow's nest. So, and then they tried to issue a trespassing here on this field and by Hayfully and Migros, but the district attorney found it all illegal. And then, of course, I moved. In the meantime, I was feeding there, but you saw what happened. And then I moved it here where I can better control. But that's the reason eventually now I'm going to close this down. I'll just do the nighttime feeding. And sometime during the day, I got to take care of Charlie and throw out a few nuts for the crows. But basically, I'll be going to the park and doing a little bit of feeding there. Grain for the ducks and nuts for the crows. And of course, I'll take some sausage and some chicken with me in case the hawk shows up. If the hawk shows up here during the day, I will have some chicken for him, so or sausage, but that will always be available. So but basically, I have to shut this down because it's just not safe for the birds. And the people are expecting it during the summer months. So maybe in the winter, in the fall, I can start up again when it gets cold. But at least they'll have that early morning feeding when the people aren't around. The birds will be out here very early, like 5 o'clock in the morning, when there's nobody around, and they'll be able to eat in peace. Any time after that is not a good idea. So we got a little seagull there. I imagine that's the tag seagull, but because there's too many hawks around, he just won't come down. Okay, this is DC Danton, Crow Crusader. Unfortunately, we did not get Charlie. I'm very sad about that. But we got 2 days to work on getting Charlie. We have a crow up there fighting the little hawk. You see that up there? Look at this. But that bird is not Charlie, because that bird has a lot of white feathers on his, and he's smaller than Charlie, but he's very brave. So anyway, this is DC Danton, Crow Crusader. Take one last look at our birds who are not coming down. Over and out.